It has been some time since I've done a deck profile, and today we're going to be talking about the deck that I've been bringing to locals for the past few times. And it is Spright, Tri-Brigade Spright. I was about to say Spry-Brigade, but that is not the correct name for the deck. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to be talking about the ratios and everything. So there is that. First off, we have the Tri-Brigade cards, 3 Tri-Brigade Fractal, 3 Tri-Brigade Kit, 2 Tri-Brigade Karas, and 2 Tri-Brigade Nerval. So with the Tri-Brigades, you do want to run at least some form of 3-3-2-2, but I do recommend Triple Kit and Fractal because these are the best ones. Karas is still a 2 of, and Nerval has been dropped from 3 to 2, since it does not at all work with any of your Sprite cards because it's a level 1. Fractal and Kit are still absolutely amazing, and in my opinion, definitely still super powerful today. Now, one of the cards that one of my friends actually suggested me to play is Nimble Beaver, because it is a beast, it is searchable off of Tri-Brigade Omen, and it also is hand trap bait. So, Nimble Beaver is one of those cards that is a free normal summon another from deck or graveyard, and it can get your plays facilitated with sprites because it's also a level 2. So a lot of level 2 synergy with the deck, being able to summon back your Tri-Brigade Kit or Karas with Elf to banish 2 to summon out whatever. Then for our sprites, we have 2 Sprite Blue, 3 Sprite Jet, 2 Sprite Red, and 1 Carrot. So for the Tri-Brigade package, Sprite package, I really like 2 blue. I would play a third if I could, but I really do like 2 the most. Jet is one of the more important ones because it gets to your starter and also to your smashers, your interruptions. I'm also thinking of putting double cross in the deck because you have a lot of link arrows. And yeah, it really does what it needs to do. It's an extender, it gets to negates, and it also just is extra materials if you need it. If you haven't used any Tri-Brigade effects, that locks you out of using them for link summons. For the hand traps, I am only running 6 in the main, being triple Ash Blossom and triple Imperm, because I just generally want small negates that affect things here and there. But overall, I'm really happy with these. They come in so handy, especially at my locals, because we don't really have any Shizu tier players because a lot of them are burnt out of playing the deck. After that, let's get into the spells. We have triple fire or double fire formation Tenki and 1 foolish barrel. I had to cut the third Tenki just for space, and I really like it better at 2 because I don't brick with it, and I could just easily just say, yeah, it's there. I see it sometimes, but not all the time. And foolish is just super good because it's another form of fractal kit and whatever. After that, for the sprite spells, we have triple starter and 1 smashers. Very generic for every sprite deck to play 3-1. I might even put smashers up to 2 if I really need to, if it gets to that point in time. The other spells I have are 2 triple tactic talents, 2 forbidden droplets, and 1 call by the grave. Triple tactic talent is super useful this meta with people running Bestials and also tier limit and a few other hand traps here and there. Droplet is good for multi-negation, and overall it's just a good card in the deck. And Call by the Grave is super useful, and the one trap I'm running outside of Imperm is Tri-Brigade Revolt, because you don't need 3 anymore, because it's not that good as it used to be. Now for the extra deck. This extra deck is the tightest it can be. And I wish sometimes we had 17 slots, 20 slots in the extra deck, but let's get to it. We have double Ominous Omen. My friend Run, he said that I should up it to 2, and it really came in handy having the second one some points in the duels. One card I'm still iffy about is Rugal the Silver Sheller. I could swap for something like a Nightmare Phoenix, but that's a really personal preference, and sometimes I don't really need the Phoenix until next format, but we'll have to see on that. We have one Baron Blossom. I was thinking of bumping up to 2, but I wish I had more space, but we don't. We have one Tri-Brigade Bear Brum. This card is really only there to get Revolt, and it's really not that useful outside of that, which is sad, because I usually just link it away to summon out things like Spright Elf or Spright Sprint if I need to, if I haven't locked myself into anything. And on the topic of sprites, I'm running 2 Spright Elf, 1 Spright Sprint, and 1 Gigantic Spright. If I do cut the Rugal, I might put that second Gigantic Spright in, because I have had positions where I could have made a second one. But other than that, I'm really happy with how these ratios have been. Now, afterwards, the other generics, we have Axis Code Talker, 1 Desperate Doom Eagle, a double Dragon Lord, very useful, IP Masquerena, the Salamangreat Almirage, and 1 Scareclaw Lightheart. Scareclaw Lightheart is super useful in certain combos if you just open up a single name, or if you open up 2 names and you need to, like a Karis and a Fract, or Karis and a Nerval, where you go Karis, pitch, Nerval, search, banish the Nerval, summon out Lightheart, go into Baron Blossom, summon out whatever, and now you have 2 materials in your graveyard. So Lightheart really comes in handy in certain situations, exactly for those situations if you open up 2 tri-names that don't really get you much. After that, let's get to the side decks. I am citing triple Drone Lockbird because of Runic. There is a Runic player. There are also people who do play search decks, decks that love to search. So Drone Lockbird is actually very useful. Next up, I am citing the Bestial package of 3 Magnamut, 1 Druisworm, and 1 Sonari, or Sarnor. Sarnor. And these are really good against things like Labyrinth, Tier Elements, and also Spright. So, there's that. For the spell trap card removals, we have 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and finally, triple Solemn Judgment, which I really love. Overall, with how this deck has been, I have been in love with Tri-Brigades all over again. This deck made me realize how much I missed playing the deck and actually loved playing the deck. And I want to know what you guys think about Spright Tri-Brigade and what position it might be in if we get a new ban list in and around March. Because the deck is just super useful, and it has so much utility that goes back and forth with, and how your combo lines stretch out and change and play. Like, the deck definitely molds into what there is, since we have hands kind of like this, which just gets you to a Almirage and a search, or other hands that get you into stuff like this, which is the best opening hand, one of the best opening hands you could have. But I've been Bolt Spider, and I hope you guys did enjoy the Spright Tri-Brigade deck profile. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, as I think it's like 99% of you guys aren't subscribed. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.